welcome to Children's Church. It is our summer unit and it is hot outside. In this lesson, we will be learning how God used regular people to show His power and to help them. Let's learn more about our powerful God. Now Alex is going to give you some guidelines and tips for Children's Church.
Guys, here's some tips to help you with service today. Tip number 1. Listen and pay attention until the end. Tip number 2. Sing and participate in each activity. Tip number 3. Try to remember the key verse from today. See you later.
Today is a brand new day, and I wanna say thank you. Today is a brand new day, and I wanna say thank you.
This is the day that God has made. I'm gonna put a smile on my face. This is the day that God has made. Come on, put a smile on your face.
Clap your hands, that's right,
And play the tambourine.
come on. Give a high five. Woo.
Everybody sing with me.
Today is a brand new day, and I wanna say thank you. Today is a brand new day, and I wanna say thank you.
This is the day that God has made. I'm gonna put a smile on my face.
That's right.
This is the day that God has made. Come on, put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And clap your hands.
Come on, play the tambourine, just like that.
Give a high five.
That's right.
Everybody sing with me.
Today
It's a brand new day, and I wanna say thank you.
Today
It's a brand new day, and I wanna say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
we were made in the image of God. Every man, woman, boy, and girl. We were made in the image of God. God so loved that it changed the world. We can change the world. In the beginning,
When God made people,
He made a boy,
He made a girl.
gave us dominion,
Over creation,
told us to go into all the world.
we were made in the image of God.
scripture? Sure. You can find it in 2 Chronicles 7:14.
Got it.
If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and return from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Do you want me to read you the story?
Sure.
Soon after God declared that the kingdom of Israel would be taken from Solomon's descendants, God raised up enemies against Israel. They caused problems for Solomon for the remainder of his life, but they were not his biggest problem. Jeroboam, one of Solomon's trusted officials, turned against him, and God was on Jeroboam's side. When Solomon learned that God had chosen Jeroboam to succeed him, Solomon tried to hurt him because his heart was far from God and wanted his son to be the king. His son became king, and so did Jeroboam. The kingdom was officially divided, just like God said. When we follow God, our relationships with Jesus is the driving force in every decision we make.
Hey guys, welcome back to Get Fit with God, where we exercise to make your heart stronger and healthier.
Just like we can exercise to make our hearts and bodies stronger, we can also exercise to make our hearts and faith stronger by reading the Bible, studying the Bible, and more.
Today's exercise is donkey kicks. I'll demonstrate it, and Kira will do the modification. What you're going to do is this works your legs, but also what you're going to do is you're going to get into this kind of position, and then you're going to kick up. And Kira, you can do the modification now.
Okay, thanks Austin. So for the modification, instead of going all the way down and kicking up, you can just go halfway down on your knees and then just kick up from there.
I'm going to do 5 on each leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that was a great exercise today. Well, I'm sorry to say, but that's it for today. We'll see you next time on Get Fit with God.
It's Bridge Kids Story Time! Hello, Bridge of Hope. I'm Brielle Lamb, and welcome to another episode of Bridge Kids Story Time. Today's story is The Kingdom Divides. Today's story can be found in 1 Kings chapter 11, verses 28 through chapter 12, verses 24. And now for our cast. Solomon, Jeroboam. And now for our story. When God decided the kingdom of Israel would be taken from Solomon and his descendants, God allowed enemies to come against Israel. For the remainder of his rule, Solomon had many problems. God had chosen a man by the name of Jeroboam to become king after Solomon. Jeroboam was one of Solomon's officials, but Jeroboam decided to separate himself from Solomon, and God was on his side. Solomon tried to kill Jeroboam just as King Saul attempted with David before. Solomon lost his trust in God and therefore lost his blessings on his life. When his son Rehoboam came into the leadership, he tried to rule by his own will and prepared an army to attack Jeroboam and Israel. Fortunately, God spoke through a prophet to Rehoboam to prevent the army of Judah from attacking. Rehoboam was obedient to God and didn't attack Israel, and the split of the two kingdoms was complete without war. And that was Bridge Kids Story Time! these words of mine. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine, these words of mine, these words of mine. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man. Is like a wise man. Is like a wise man. Ooh, is like a wise man who builds his house on the rock. House on the rock. House on the rock. House on the rock. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine, these words of mine, these words of mine. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice. Whoa, whoa. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine, these words of mine, these words of mine. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man. Is like a wise man. Is like a wise man. Ooh, is like a wise man who builds his house on the rock. House on the rock. House on the rock. House on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall. Yet it did not fall. Yet it did not fall. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall. Yet it did not fall. Yet it did not fall. The rain came